All right, here for the second time. Yeah, we thought we was gonna leave you hanging. No, we got another college football / NFL pregame show because we're gonna talk about next week games. Though these picks are tentative, so we might come back and change it, but we still gonna give you a little NFL for you guys that are pro junkies. With the main man Jay, always there to deliver. And also, don't laugh, but we got another sponsor brought to you by Uncle Ben's Rice. But before we hop in the games, you can check it in the description. Also, this is the MLB picks. We got the Cubs and we got the Yankees money line. Also showed it on the prior show this morning. Follow on the social media, $ TY Rebel 22. And I'm sorry, no, the Cash App is $ TY Rebel 22. And the Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram is at TY Sports Picks 24. So I hope you got those picks. Now let's go over the college football picks, even though we're still going to go back and forth. Now I got Miami Hurricanes money line, Virginia Tech -9.5, Clemson +14.5, Maryland -12.5, Oklahoma State -10.5, University of Northwestern. Or is it Northwestern University? Which one is it, Jay?
Northwestern University.
Yeah, okay, Northwestern University -2.5. Then we got Eastern Michigan money line, Michigan -16.5. If you want the bonus picks, you see now you got to follow to the end of the show. We're gonna have some bonuses for you guys. But let's switch over the screen really quick and let's go rapid fire because we want you guys to be able to put these picks in before the game start. Now the NFL picks that me and Jay give, it's kind of gonna be like tongue in cheek or whatever. And then by the way, speaking of NFL, what do you think about my Dallas Cowboys having Dalvin Cook to go with Ezekiel Elliott, Jay? You scared now?
Hey, I think that's a big addition right there because everybody always worried about Zeke's fatigue, like if he's in shape or not, because he's gotten a little bit bigger since he got in the league. So actually having another back that we know is, or we think we know is in shape and they can carry the rock, then I mean it's gonna help them a lot, especially in the playoffs.
All right, yeah, no doubt. Okay, so we're going to start off rapid fire with a big one. I don't know why this is not getting enough publicity because they're talking about the Miami and Florida. They're talking about the Notre Dame and Texas A&M. Doing a quick show, and then we can get out of here. Who you got with Georgia versus Clemson, Jay? Because I'm rocking with Clemson. Yeah, upset alert. Yeah, I'm rocking with Clemson. And before you answer it, they moved the line again, so they got Georgia -11. So I would try to buy some points. I actually had Clemson plus 14.5, as you saw. But if you're feeling froggy, and I'm feeling froggy, doggy, I'm gonna take Clemson. So who you got?
I think I'm gonna copy you on this one, Clemson, because last week a couple of teams that I picked to win ended up getting upset. So I'm gonna go with the upset on this one too.
My grandma, she not used to the Saturday show. She don't know when Jay on. This the ghetto show brought to you by Uncle Ben's Rice. She don't know. She used to the professional. But yeah, that's why I took off the dress shirt because this is the professional, unprofessional show. Yeah. We doing this for the hood and for the suburbs. But anyway, let's move to the next one. We got the West Virginia Mountaineers at home against their hated rival Penn State. And Penn State has stopped this rivalry a couple of times, the same way Florida did the Miami rivalry. So I didn't even know it was that big of a rivalry because I'm used to Pittsburgh and West Virginia because they right above each other, bordering states. Are you familiar with this rivalry as a child? Because I don't even remember this that much. Like I can count on my hand how many times I saw Penn State and West Virginia.
No, I don't remember it as a rivalry.
So what's your thoughts on programs like Florida? Or programs like Penn State that try to pick and choose their non-conference schedule and they get hard rivals off the schedule because they ducking people. Because like Steve Spurrier admitted last week, he said when Arkansas and South Carolina joined the SEC, I used that as an excuse to not have to play Miami once every 5 years. Do you think that's cowardly?
Yeah. Like if you got to pick and choose, like I don't know, that ain't solid to me. Like play.
That's why my opinion. I feel like since everybody has an 8-game conference schedule for the most part with these 16, 18 team conferences, I feel like, and a lot of people gonna give me pushback on this, but Maybe they should have like a preseason game or a spring game against an FCS or a G5 program, but make it mandatory when you start off your season. You only get one sorry opponent, but you have to play 3 non-conferences against the other 3 Power 5 conferences, and that'll eliminate that. So let's say you're in the ACC, you got to have one SEC, one Big 10, and one Big 12. I feel like that'll help out the whole playoff thing too, because you have like opponents to compare people. What do you think about that idea?
Hey, I'm with it. You might need to send that up.
Yeah, because I just don't believe in these people trying to duck competition, and then at the end of the year, oh, we play in this conference. How do we know your conference is strong? Like, prime example, a lot of people get mad when I say this, but Miami Northwestern lost last night. So South Florida football in general is strong, but we've been taking a lot of L's this year. So if we try to tell California or Texas we stronger, if we don't play them head up and win, how can you really prove it? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like we got to be unbiased. We can't be, oh, this my homeboy, this my home school, so I'm gonna pick them. We can't do that. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, they're not gonna follow the rules unless the rules apply in their favor. But let's move on. So West Virginia, we got Penn State at West Virginia. I'm gonna take Penn State to win, but I take West Virginia plus 10.5. I don't think they'll lose by more than 10 points.
Yeah, I think Penn State will win. I haven't paid that much attention to West Virginia, but from the last time I looked at them, I don't remember them being just a super strong team, or at least as strong as Penn State. They seem
they got like a nice quarterback. His name Garrett something. They just had him on the television, but he's a mobile guy. He remind you of the North Dakota State quarterback. He's kind of short though. He's like 6 feet even. And with that Penn State line, if they put a hit on him, that could be no good night. We'll see you in November. So let's move on to Virginia Tech. The revived Virginia Tech going at Vanderbilt. They got Virginia Tech minus 13.5. I don't like those points. Even though they probably will cover, I would buy it down to a touchdown, 6.5. But I do have Virginia Tech winning. What you think?
I like Virginia Tech because I think that is it Virginia Tech or Virginia that has the new the quarterback, his dad
Virginia,
was in
Howard Jones. Yeah. He big time.
Yeah.
He actually trains with the same trainer with Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward because they be going back and forth. Those videos we saw online where Cam Ward was going back and forth with Shedeur Sanders saying, look, we only late because of you. And Shedeur was like, no, we late because of you. And he was like, well, even when I show up late, I perform. Kyron Jones, he like a silent killer because he wasn't really saying a word, and he plays Cam Ward at Miami in a couple of weeks. So we got to watch out for Virginia Tech all year.
Mm-hmm.
What about the points? You think Virginia Tech can win by 14 points?
I don't know. 14 seems like a lot. I'd say like 10 maybe.
Yeah, okay.
14.
All right. Now we got UConn, which is a basketball school. I tried to give them benefit of the doubt, but they did horrible last year. They were like 3-9. They're going at Maryland. A lot of people don't know what Maryland's going to be without Talia Tagovailoa. That's the younger brother of Tua Tagovailoa, who actually is the all-time leading passer of Big Ten history. And the crazy thing about it, right? They showed a story where Tua told him when he transferred away from Alabama, you cannot go to Auburn. So I wonder what would Talia be now if he went to Auburn and didn't respect his brother and his family's wishes, Because if you're the all-time Big Ten passer, Auburn needed a quarterback for the last couple of years. They were just a quarterback short, but he chose his family over himself. But now he's in the CFL. But just focusing on the game, they got Maryland at home minus 19.5. So they think Maryland's going to win by 20. Do you think they'll be able to keep the train rolling without their all-time leading quarterback?
I believe they will, because usually with programs like that, they're gonna have a decent second string quarterback just in case something like that happen. And UConn, I've never known them to have a strong football team anyway. Like you said, they're a basketball school.
Dan Orlovsky. Okay, let's go to the Rocky Top State. We already know who's gonna win. We got Chattanooga at Tennessee. This should be over by halftime. But the line is 38.5. Do you think Tennessee can win by 39 points? I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, it may end up being worse depending on if they pull they starters out or not.
Okay, now we're gonna go to your state. The Longhorn State. Yeah. I know you from Mississippi, but you know, it ain't about where you from, is where you at. You know, they got a whole lot of cattle out there, a whole lot of, you know, big steaks. You know, we like them big steaks to go with the strip. You know, but we got Colorado State at Texas, and they got Texas favorite minus 34.5. I feel like Colorado State, remember, they got that quarterback and wide receiver combo. They were trying to get them to transfer for $600,000 a piece. So though I don't think they'll beat Texas, I highly doubt a $600,000 quarterback and wide receiver combination is going to get beat by 35 points. So I feel like Texas by 21.
I think it actually be closer because Colorado State always had like sleepers. You know, They always had sleepers. It may not have always been a complete team, but they always produced like some decent athletes. So I'm gonna say, I say 14.
Hey, if you guys can put that in, buy it down to 14, you know. Colorado State minus 14. Because Jay, you know, he talking spicy today. I like it. Okay, so now let's go to Northwestern, the game that we were talking about prior. You know, this is a semi-Ivy League school, but they perform well, similar to the Dukes and the Stanfords. But I say they're more in the class of Stanford. We can't even put them with Duke because Duke just started winning. Northwestern has been winning since like 1996. They're consistent, an 8-win, 9-win team. They had a coaching change last year and still went on like a 5-game winning streak, but they're actually only favored by 3 points at home against Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio is good in the MAC, but for you to be going on the road to a Big Ten team that has a chip on their shoulder, I feel like Northwestern by a touchdown.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a homecoming game. Like Northwestern, they got a lot of talent. They usually keep a lot of talent. A lot of the West Coast guys like California, Nevada, the top athletes usually go to Northwestern or Washington.
Yeah. Because those are smart athletes. Yeah. But man, come on, man. You talking about what you said? You think it's gonna be a homecoming game?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to get in the good graces of your family up there in Peoria. I know you got some people in Illinois. What are you doing? How is homecoming week 1? That's disrespectful. Hey, Miami of Ohio, y'all need to email him, write him, inbox him, send him some threats. He has no respect for y'all. Okay, so now let's go on to the next game. Okay, so now hold on. Did we skip over Miami and Florida? Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, Miami and Florida. Miami Hurricanes at the University of Florida. They've now moved it to minus 2.5 in the favor of the Hurricanes. So they feel like this is a field goal game. I'm rocking with the U. What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. I think I'll go with Florida on this one.
Woo! You heard that, Grandma?
I think I'm gonna go.
Grandma don't like that. She say stop the show. She say stop the show. Don't never invite him back. It's all good, Grandma.
I think
he say Gator chop. Yeah, I got the Gators winning 8 wins, but this won't be one of the 8. This will be one of their 4 losses. But let's move on.
It's gonna be a close one, man. Like I think it'll be at least like 10 at most.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be It's not gonna be no 10-point gap. You'll be lucky if they win by a field goal. About a touchdown. I feel like that is a field goal game either way. Okay, so now let's go on to before we get to our last game, let's make 2 pit stops. Let's stop first in Tuscaloosa. We have Alabama, the Crimson Tide, their debut without Nick Saban. They got Western Kentucky at Alabama, 7 p.m. Eastern time, which would be 6 p.m. Central time kickoff. So it's a night game under the lights in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Minus 34 points. I got Alabama minus 40 points. Let's go.
Yeah, I got Alabama. I got Alabama.
But what kind of points you taking, man? We need a point spread. We need a prediction. Man, you like Chris Brown undecided, man.
Hey, I know, man. I'm gonna go like 30, 35, 30. Okay.
That's cool. All right, now we gotta always do Ole Miss. We don't care that it's Fordham. We biased. We gonna do Ole Miss every week we come on. So they got Ole Miss. They got Fordham at Ole Miss. Ole Miss minus 42.5. That's too many points. I'm gonna say Ole Miss minus 35.
Yeah, I'm with that. Because I know that Ole Miss, they usually get up on teams pretty quick.
Yeah.
But if they switch out the starters, I don't know. They may start playing down to their competition since they might think the game already won and then let one or
Yeah.
two touchdowns go. So I'm gonna say 35.
And then you got a lot of transfers on the defense, so we got to see how those guys mesh.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, now this is one of the grand finales before we get out of here, and I take grandma grocery shopping to the store. You know, I'm a good grandson, so y'all should donate to the Cash App just for that. Okay, so now we in College Station, Texas. We got Notre Dame, number 7, at number 20, Texas A&M. But guess what? Number 7, Notre Dame is a 3-point underdog on the road to a lesser ranked team. So they getting disrespected. I was going to go with A&M, but in the words of Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. I got Notre Dame with the upset. What you think?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Notre Dame with you on this one.
Yeah.
Some of them teams that try to join the SEC ain't been holding up like that.
What they call it, the when you join the fraternity, you 6-month probation.
Oh, when they be rushing.
Yeah. A&M, are they really SEC? Or
Nah.
is they the B team? Or is they the junior varsity?
Yeah, they JV SEC.
You know how Biggie Smalls had the junior mafia? Yeah, they the junior varsity. All right. Now, our last game that bettors might want to bet, if you could stay up for the Night Owls. Well, matter of fact, no, we're not going to do that one. We're going to skip to LSU and USC. It's LSU -4 on Sunday night in Las Vegas. I got USC because that's a home game. Vegas is Los Angeles. You know, anybody that knows how Miami people move up to Georgia, that's home for us. Or how, you know, there's a lot of Mississippi people in Texas. Anytime you play an LA team in Vegas, you might as well say you're on the road. So I got USC by 3.
I got to ride with LSU, man.
Okay.
LSU. I'm gonna say LSU by 7.
Okay. And now our final game. I know we promised NFL, but we'll hit you with the NFL picks in the middle of the week. Matter of fact, we'll give you one NFL pick, but then we'll get up out of here. But we're gonna stop our college games with Florida State. Now, Florida State, we know they're probably gonna win. It's just how big because they lost last week in the upset. So do you feel like Boston College can get another upset at Florida State on Monday night on Labor Day, or do you feel like Florida State is just a matter of how much they're gonna win by? Because they got a -17 right now.
How much they gonna win by? Like that that first game was that was like a bizarre game. Like you usually don't see that with Florida State. So I'm a ride with Florida State. Say they're gonna win by at least 17.
Okay, so you taking the line. I'm gonna take them about 14. Now let's move on to the NFL before we get out of here. So we're not gonna go over our full NFL slate. We'll slate that for later in the week. But we got Kansas City versus the Ravens. Who you got right now, as of right now?
Oh, Ravens.
First week in NFL.
Ravens.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because Kansas City, you know, Hollywood Brown is hurt, and then Kansas City started kind of slow last year, so I expect that again because they're a defensive team. Everybody keeps saying Patrick Mahomes. That's how I know they don't watch football; they watch Sports Center because Patrick Mahomes is just doing his job. But
exactly.
Also,
the Ravens got a good backfield.
Yeah. Okay, and our last one before we get out of here, we got the Green Bowl because we got Green Bay versus the Philadelphia Eagles in Brazil.
Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly. I'm going with Green Bay.
I got to ride with the Eagles, man. They completed their backfield by adding Saquon, and they still got like a deep threat and really both receivers kind of deep threat receivers. But you got a big body and you got a quicker guy, you know, and the QB mobile. I'm gonna have to rock with the Eagles on this.
All right. Well, that's the show for today. Again, brought to you by Uncle Ben's Rice. So we're gonna get up out of here. You guys put your picks in. Let me pull them up one more time. Okay. So you see them. Well, it disappeared quick. So there goes the Cubs and the Yankees. And then we got the college football picks, the Miami, Virginia Tech, Maryland, so on, so on. So I appreciate my main man Jay coming through and hollering at us. Go put those picks in and go you.
All right, bro.
Yeah.